Okay, everybody, we're going to do the next segment, which will be Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the Super Nintendo. And during the break, we happened to pick up another guest on Discord, and he's currently on vacation in Washington, D.C. right now, and that is Jay York. Hi, Jay. Got Jenny and Jim facing me. Let's play Jeopardy. Dollar figures in. One daily double in one of these categories. We've got first families, philosophy, women in history, number please, fiction, and finally, we're going to deal with Pennsylvania, where JVD, Craig Simmons, and Tim Zuna all live. Just for them, I'm going to go with Pennsylvania for 100.
The answer is...
In the 19th century, towns like York and Gettysburg were stations on this railroad. I'll try it. I'll say what is the B&O Railroad. No. Don't know why I'm thinking of Monopoly for some reason. Was it the Underground Railroad? Oh, my second guess. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get back on track. Pennsylvania 200.
The answer is...
Shunning modern means of transport, Pennsylvania Dutch people drive wagons pulled by these. What are horses? There we go. Pennsylvania for 300.
The answer is...
South Williamsport hosts the World Series of this group every August. What is the Little League? Pennsylvania for 400.
The answer is...
In 1692, this royal couple removed William Penn as governor of Pennsylvania. I'm gonna take a guess on this one. I'm gonna say we're William and Mary. They're the ones. Pennsylvania for 500.
The answer is...
Pennsylvania produces almost all of America's supply of this kind of coal. Ooh, I don't remember. Jim. Anthracite. Anthracite. Okay. So that gets Jim his first bit of cash, and Pennsylvania's now out of the Jeopardy round. So where are we going, Jim? Fiction for 100.
The answer is...
Swashbuckler, who continued his daring adventures in the sequel, The Elusive Pimpernel. Swashbuckler, who was the... Okay, let me think about this for a second. Swashbuckler. Well, I really don't know, so I'm just gonna take a guess here, and I'm gonna say who's the Lone Ranger. No. I have no idea, in all honesty. Oh, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Okay. So Jenny's now on the board for the first time. Okay, Jenny, what's it going to be? Philosophy for 100.
The answer is...
To both a philosopher and a fish, it's a group or movement to which he belongs. What's a school? Philosophy for 200.
The answer is...
Plato considered him his brightest student and called him the mind of the school. Who is Aristotle? Yep. Philosophy for 300.
The answer is...
Because they met on Athens' Stoa Poikol, the painted porch, Xeno students were called this. Xeno students were called... Oh, well, Jenny doesn't know. Jim. Stoics. Oh, that's right. Or Stoics. However it's pronounced. Either way, Jim got it right. Philosophy 400.
The answer is.
We're pretty sure Pyro of Ellis began this school of philosophy, but you can never be certain. Jenny. Skepticism. So Jenny now has some cash once again. Women in History 100.
The answer is.
Chiang Ching got into a lot of trouble in the late 1970s for hanging out with this gang. What is the gang of four? Women in History for 200.
The answer is.
3 days before her execution as a spy, she wrote to President Eisenhower asking for clemency. Ooh. Jim. Oh, she doesn't know. I have a guess, but I'm going to hold back. Jenny. Ethel Rosenberg, and that was my guess. Oh well. Not going to worry about it at this point. So we're just going to move right on to the next clue. Philosophy for 500.
The answer is.
Leibniz's optimistic view of the world was ridiculed by Voltaire in this work. What is Candide? That's right. Okay, let me have Women in History for 300.
The answer is.
In 1969, this 21-year-old MP from Northern Ireland was convicted of inciting to riot. Jim. Oh, Bernadette Devlin. Never heard of her. So Jim goes up to $900 and makes the next selection. History 400.
The answer is.
This queen of Egypt had 6 daughters, 2 of whom later became queen. Who is Nefertiti? Uh-huh. Women in History for 500.
The answer is.
Named to this post by FDR, Frances Perkins was the first woman to hold a position in the cabinet. Jim. Secretary of Labor. Okay. $1,400 is what Jim has now. We go to the next clue. Fiction for 200. And he got the daily double. And I know he's going to go all in, so here's the clue. Troublemaker whose half-brother Sid was a quiet boy and had no troublesome ways, and it was Tom Sawyer. Jim's up to $2,800 and has the lead. Fiction for 300.
The answer is.
This dandified detective was once one of the most celebrated members of the Belgian police. Who is Hercule Poirot? Yep. Fiction for 400.
The answer is.
The first chapter of this H.G. Wells novel is The Strange Man's Arrival. I'm gonna say, what is the time machine? No, it's War of the Worlds, I'll bet. Jenny. Oh, she's gonna lose all her money because she doesn't know. Sorry if I sound kind of tired, folks. I woke up from a nap earlier after not getting much sleep last night. And Jim's gonna lose some money too because he doesn't know. Was it War of the Worlds? No, it's The Invisible Man. Oh well. Fiction for 500.
The answer is...
Most of the short stories in his book, In Our Time, feature Nick Adams as the central character. Not sure. Jenny? You know, like I said, I'm sorry for yawning so much, folks, and Jenny doesn't know.
If I were to give a dumb answer, I would say, what is Hong Kong 97?
Well, let's see if Jim knows his answer. It's Ernest Hemingway. Honestly, that would not have been my guess, but Jim got it right, so we go on. First family trivia for 100.
The answer is...
Before the 1988 election, she joked that if George lost, she'd get a facelift and dye her hair red. It was Barbara Bush. First family trivia for 200.
The answer is...
Frederick Dent, Ellen Marshall, Jesse Root, and Ulysses Simpson were his children. Who is Ulysses S. Grant? First family trivia for 300.
The answer is...
First lady who was born Claudia Alta Taylor. Who is Lady Bird Johnson? I'll take first family trivia for 400.
The answer is...
His wife Rachel lived to see him elected, but died before he was inaugurated. Who had a wife named Rachel? Oh, Andrew Jackson. Okay. Running out of clues. Number, please, 100.
The answer is...
This might be an easier category. In most schools, it's a perfect grade point average. What is 4.0? Number, please, 200.
The answer is...
Number of strings on a standard Spanish guitar. What is 6? Number, please, 300.
The answer is...
Though most retire later, you can join the American Association of Retired Persons at this age. What is 65? Ah. Jenny. 50. 50. So Jenny's at $200. No, please, 400.
The answer is...
Democrats opposed the Whig campaign slogan, "Who is James Polk? With these numbers or fight?" Jenny. 5440. Oh, that's right. I remember about that in history class. But it just now came to me when those numbers came up. Number, please, 500.
The answer is...
Of the three estates, the one designating the clergy in France and the Lord Spiritual in England. Jenny. It's the first. One clue left.
The answer is
The first White House wedding took place in 1812, and this first lady's sister Lucy was the bride. First lady's sister Lucy was the bride. I would say, who is Lucy Hayes? No, so I'm going to finish with $2,000. Oh, Dolly Madison. So Jenny's at $1,600. I have $2,000, and Jim is in the lead with $2,900. Jenny goes first in Double Jeopardy. Sorry, folks. I'm really tired.
here are the categories.
Categories for Double Jeopardy are going to be drama, artists, the French Revolution, freedom in quotation marks, American authors, and finally, transportation. Let's go. American author.
The answer is
Sorry, folks. American author is 200. After he wrote Omoo and the Whale, he published a book of Civil War poems, Battle Pieces. I'll say who is Stephen Crane. Jenny. Herman Melville. Oh, okay. So she's tied with me for second place right now. Transportation 200.
the answer is
The longest rail tunnel in the world opened in 1988 in this Asian land of bullet trains. What is Tokyo? Oh, they bet they want the country. If it's the country, then it's Japan. Yeah, Japan. They wanted the country, not the city. Transportation 400.
the answer is
Yes, ships do have telephone numbers, but this part of the number changes as they travel. What is the area code? Transportation for 600, tied for second place with Jenny.
the answer is
This sports car company with HQ in Stuttgart sells over half its output in the U.S. I'm gonna say sports car. I'll take a guess and say it was Volkswagen. No. Jenny. Porsche. Okay. Drama 200.
the answer is
The last line of this child play is Hail Caesar. What is Pygmalion? No. Jenny. Caesar and Cleopatra. Okay. Freedom for 200.
The answer is
Racially integrated groups who in the early 60s took bus trips to challenge segregation. Who are the Freedom Riders? Oh, man. Slipping. Oh, the Freedom Riders, not writers. Freedom 400.
the answer is
Denzel Washington starred in this 1987 film about South African activist Stephen Biko. What is Cry Freedom? There we go. Freedom for 600.
the answer is
In America, it's the line that rhymes with "Of Thee I Sing." What is Let Freedom Ring? Back up to $2,000. Freedom for 800.
the answer is
On the flip side of this 45 record is a John Lennon-Elton John duet of I Saw Her Standing There. Oh. Is it Philadelphia Freedom? It sure is. Ah. And that's one of my favorite Elton John songs. Artist 200.
the answer is
Most game show contestants asked to name a famous painter would name this 17th century Dutchman. Who is, Rembrandt.
I almost said Gainsborough's Blue Boy. Dead
Koi! How you doing?
Yeah.
Artist
the answer
400.
is
This great Spanish cubist once wrote a play called Desire Caught by the Tail. Who is, Pablo Picasso. I'll take, artist for 600.
the answer is
Painter Emmanuel Lutze may have used the Rhine as a model for this river Washington crossed. What is the Delaware? And they're shooting off fireworks next door. And it's not July 4th yet, although it may be July 4th when this video gets uploaded, but we'll see. Artist 800.
the answer is
This family of artists included Hans the Elder, Ambrosius, Sigmund, and Hans the Younger. Who are the Holbeins? And that'll put me in the lead. $4,000. Artists 1,000. And I got one of the 2 daily doubles. I will do just 1,000. 17th century painter John van Goyen was one of this country's most gifted landscape artists. What is the Netherlands? Yes! $5,000. Let's go with Freedom for 1,000.
the answer is
To discourage secrecy in government, in 1966, Congress passed the FOIA, which is this. Jim. And he doesn't know. So in other words, his answer is, what is Hong Kong 97? Let's see if Jenny knows. No, she doesn't. Right now my cat's laying on my bed looking all nice and comfortable. Oh, it's the Freedom of Information Act. Okay. Let's take transportation for 800.
The answer is
Pennsylvania city that has more than 1,000 bridges, the most of any U.S. city. What is Pittsburgh? Yes. Transportation 1,000.
the answer is
Championship competition for motorless vehicles held each year in Akron, Ohio. Ooh, I don't know. The Soapbox Derby. Wouldn't have guessed that, but... because I didn't know it. But we go to the next clue. The French Revolution for 200.
the answer is
The reign of this ended with the death of Robespierre. I don't know. Jim. Terror. Reign of Terror. French Revolution for 400.
the answer is
Written during the Revolution in 1792 and then banned, it later became the national anthem. Oh. What is it? The Marseillaise. The Marseillaise. Named for Marseille, France. Yep, shooting off fireworks like swords I just mentioned. French Revolution for
the
600.
answer is
This famous quote is from a work by the philosopher Rousseau, not Marie Antoinette. What is "Let them eat cake"? Did someone just come back? On the French Revolution for 800.
the answer is
Where the Third Estate swore they wouldn't disband until they had a constitution. Jim buzzes in. Oh, a tennis court. Who'd have thought? American Authors 400.
the answer is
Mithla Pass by this author of Exodus is a story of the 1956 Sinai War. Who is Leon Uris? I'll take American Authors for 600.
the answer is
He wrote 4 volumes of short stories including Tales of the Jazz Age and All the Sad Young Men. I got nada. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Well, who'd have thought? French Revolution 1000.
the answer is
Called the Society of Friends of the Constitution, it was more commonly known as this club. Jenny. The Jacobins, or Jacobins, I don't know how you say it. Either way, it's right. American Authors 800. And it's the other Daily Double. Okay. The Education of This Man is an autobiography of a grandson and great-grandson of presidents, Henry Adams. Putting Jenny at 8,600 and the lead. Uh-oh. American Authors 1000.
the answer is
Author of The Ambassadors, he's also known for literary criticism like The Art of Fiction. Nothing. Henry James Jr. 4,900 for Jim, and we have 4 clues left in drama. 400.
the answer is
Arthur Miller play set in the 17th century and originally titled Those Familiar Spirits. What is The Crucible? 600.
The answer is
Southerner who wrote Clothes for a Summer Hotel, play about Zelda Fitzgerald. Who was F. Scott Fitzgerald? No. Foop. Jim. Tennessee Williams. Oh, of course. $800.
the answer is
Playwright actor whose unhappy marriage may have led him to write The Misanthrope. Jim? Moliere. Now the last clue.
the answer is
Sidney Poitier co-starred in this 1959 drama, the first by a black woman, produced on Broadway. Jim. A Raisin in the Sun. So at the end of the double Jeopardy round, Jim has 7,300, Jenny has 8,600, and I'm in third place with 6,600. So it's still anybody's game. Category is 3-letter words. Okay. This category shouldn't be too tough. Jim? I'm gonna go all in. According to the cliche, it's just this part of the iceberg. What is the tip?
the final Jeopardy answer is
It's the tip of the iceberg. And I know I'm right, so I'm going to go up to $13,200. Okay, now it's all up to Jim and Jenny. Did Jim get the tip? He did. He goes to $13,600. Jenny got it wrong. Drops down to $6,000, but Jim beat me by $400. Oh well. Did the best I could. See you all for the next part, everybody.